Good morning. Top of the morning. Is it on? Is it off? All right, let's do this thing. All right, here we go. This is for the grade 11s as well as the grade 12s. Here we go from here. So we would say -8 and 6. What is the other information there? B is also given as 4 and -2. And they say that are 2 points in the Cartesian plane. We can see that. All right. But there's also a sketch. Then they say determine the length of AB. Leave your answer in third form. All you have to do here, distance formula. This is number A. What are we supposed to do when we determine length? Anyone? Distance formula. What is the symbol for the distance formula? D. So we write D of AB is equals to the square root. I would prefer that for now because this is a new topic to the grade 10s, sitting with me and working with me. I would say write down your formula, which is going to be x of A minus x of B, close the bracket and square the bracket, plus. Is die mic nog aan? Testing 1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 week before the derby. We don't have inter-schools. There's a difference between inter-schools and a derby. That is a good question. If you know the answer to that, please comment down below. Question, I'm going to repeat the question for those of you who didn't hear it. What is the difference between a derby and an inter-schools? All right, here we go. I would say we have the biggest and the oldest, most historically rich derby in the Paul, right? Here we go, continuing y of A minus y of B, close the bracket and you square the bracket. All right, that step we call writing down our formula. But to write something down, where does the writing come from? Your brain. What produces content like we are producing now in your brain? What produces? You should have the knowledge, right? It's basically functions also happening here. We do substitution. We want to determine this, and then we're going to do substitution. Substitution of x of A is equals to, well done, -8 minus 4, close the bracket, plus 6 minus bracket -2, close bracket, square, and then we say that becomes what now? -12 squared. That's what you did the maths there. Plus 8 squared, simplified, that's equals to 144 plus 64. If we add it together, well done, is equals to 208. Is it? And the simplified third form of this is 4 square root of 13. Right. Who got that 2 marks correct? It's 8. 2 out of 15. Now, why is it 2 marks in grade 10? Most probably will be 3 marks, sometimes 4 marks, but grade 11, you're supposed to get used to this. So, yeah, let's look now at the coordinates of D. Coordinates of D, I'm going to do it here to the side, is the midpoint formula. All right. We want to end off where we have the answer D, and then we're going to have the x of D, and then the y of D. That is actually what I want to end off. But I'm going to separate this, all right? To determine D, I'm going to say now, I'm first going to determine the x of D. Now, to determine the x of D, I'm going to say, let me slow down. X of A plus x of B divided by 2. That is my formula. Let's do our substitution into our formula. X of A, -8 plus 4 divided by 2. Are we good? Let's do the simplification. -8 plus 4, positive 4. Oh, it's -4. Wakey, divide by 2. And that equates to -2. Everyone agrees with that? All right, let's do y of D is equals y of A plus y of B over 2, which equates to 6, plus -2 over 2 is equals to 6 minus 2, which equals to 4. So 4 over 2 is equals to 2. There's my first, there's my second. We good? Did they ask me to determine y of D and x of D only? No. But it's nice to split it up like this, and therefore we're going to say y of d. Sorry, the coordinates of d, the x coordinate is -2 and the y coordinate is 2. Who got those 3 marks? If this was now in the test of next week Thursday, you would have scored 5 out of 50, and that is 10%, which is not a pass yet. No, we still need the 20% to get to that pass. Okay, let's look at the next question then. Question number C, the gradient of AB. Question number C, gradient is which, Kazimla? Which letter again? Which variable? Normally, we use M. We would write a small m like that, and then in the subscript, a little bit subscript. It's almost like the titles that you're seeing down below here. You see the titles passing through here as I'm speaking, subtitles. Huh? We're talking about the subscript here is going to be, we want to determine the gradient of AB. Put there, AB is equals to, how do we determine the gradient? The gradient is in essence the what? The steepness of a line, right? We can also determine, but for now, in grade 10 and grade, we only focus basically on lines. Here we go. It's Friday, so we're playing music in the class. Right. Gradient is about the steepness of a line or steepness of a curve, which tell us how fast or how slow we're moving up and down. All right. In this, another name for a gradient is also called a slope. The point is this, Anas, I'm not going to mention your name here. You're trying to be funny now. Y of B minus Y of A over X of B minus X of A. Guys and girls, don't be lazy and not write down your formulas. No? Write down your formulas for the first step. Do the substitution in the second step. It might seem tedious. Is that the right word? I thought you are home language English. Future South Africans. We're going to do the substitutions. That's going to be -2. And look at how I'm writing this down. I'm writing -2 and 4. Now I'm done with that B. So now I continue with negative, negative, 6, -8. Are we good? Simplification, -2 minus 6 is -8. Negative times a negative is equals to a positive. That's positive 12. Positive 12. If I simplify here, I'm going to get -4, no, -2 over 3. -2 over 3. And that is my gradient of AB. Anyone got that one correct? That is what we call anglicism. You cannot catch on nonsense. Kom van die Afrikaans af waar ons sê, jy vang. But identifying that the mistake is part of solving a problem. But with this, let's read the next question. The equation of AB. When we are asked for the equation, they are basically looking for this. Y is equals to mx plus c. Our answer needs to be in that form, standard form. We want to get to this. Do I have m? Yep. I'm gonna do it on 2 ways now. No? Let's say method 1 and method 2. So the first one is where we can use this one. We use that formula. The second method, I'm going to teach you a derivation of that formula. It's actually the same formula. I just adapted it a little bit. We take this formula. I need everyone's attention here. Pens and pencils down. Eyes and ears in front. Here by me. Just keep on moving this thing. Right. Method 1 will be, we're going to take our gradient, substitute it first. I'm going to write, attention, y is equals to 2 over 3 x plus c. What did I substitute? Only my gradient. That means if I want to do this, I need to make sure I have already determined my gradient. Are we good? Then I can choose any coordinate that I know it's on that line. What are the given coordinates? A and B. You can choose any one. For the purposes of this example, I'm going to choose A. Then I'm going to substitute A into the equation I'm going to substitute this a into that equation. This means the x value and then the y value. Why do I do this? Because I want to solve for c. Help me here. What am I supposed to write there? 6 is equals to negative 2 over 3. See my nog on. In the place of x, I'm writing negative 8 plus c. If you are very, very lazy, you can do this on a calculator. No? But let's do it without the calculator because we are critical and mathematical students. I'm going to have here 6. That stays here. I'm going to simplify that quickly. That's going to be a negative times a negative is equals to a positive. So that's going to be 8 times with. So that answer is 16 over 3 plus c. But I want to solve for c. So that means I need to make c the subject. So I take the 16 over 3 to this side. That's going to be 6 minus 16 over 3 is equals to c. I just need to solve this, and then I have my answer for c. Therefore, c is equals to, how do I solve this? This is actually 6 over 1. Now I go back to grade 8 and grade 9, adding and subtracting of fractions. In order for me to add and subtract a fraction, I need to make sure that the denominators are the same. The LCD. I'm gonna leave my job and start a business. The business name is going to be KGD, which basically means in Afrikaans, or if it KGD is Afrikaans word for LCD. But I'm gonna make up a coffee shop and I'm gonna call it KGD. And that's going to be the lowest common denominator. No? So that does the K stand for coffee or does it stand for Kleinster? Anyway, if you don't see me, find me at KGD. I need to make sure the LCD in this case is 3. I need to change this to 3. What I do on the bottom, I need to do on top as well. That's going to be 18 over 3. That's 18 over 3 minus 16 over 3. And if we simplify this, now we can add them or subtract them. It's going to be 2 over 3. That means my C value is equals to 2 over 3. But was that a question? No. What was the question? Find the equation, and our equation normally looks like standard form. Y is equals to mx plus c. Therefore, I need to write and present my answer in a proper manner. Therefore, Mr. or Miss Examiner, y is equals to the gradient is negative 2 over 3x plus the c value, which also known as the y-intercept, is positive 2 over 3. Anyone got that one right on their own? Well done. Great stuff. That was method 1. I'm going to show you now method 2. Yes. Luckily we have a double period. Continuing with this. All right. Let's check here method 2. No? I'm going to ask you to copy both methods. Let's look at method 2 here quickly, guys and girls. Method 2 is where we can use, maybe I need to clean the board a little bit. Right, now it's fine. I'm going to do method 2 here. Method 2 is going to use of y minus y1 is equals to m minus x minus x1. Now I like this formula because when I use this formula, it already gives me the answer, right? If I look at this formula, I have y, I have y1, and then I have the gradient, and I have x, and I have x1. Steps are more or less the same. What do I need here? I need the gradient. I need a coordinate. And then I need to make sure y is the subject. Can I get everyone's attention? I'm going to do this quickly. What is the gradient? Let's do that substitution. That's negative 2 over 3. I'm just going to repeat y minus y1. I'm going to use the same value, which I chose in this one, which is a. I'm going to substitute a. A has the coordinates of negative 8 and 6. Let's substitute. But now I'm going to not put it in this place, but I'm going to put it there and there. X1 and Y1. That's going to be Y minus. What is Y1? 6 equals to negative 2 over 3 bracket X minus. But the minus becomes a positive. But let's write it like a minus so that you can just see that. Let's do now some simplification. Remember, I substituted that in. Here we're going to have y minus 6. Now I'm going to distribute. So I keep my finger on that and then I'm going to multiply like that. I know this becomes a positive. This is now negative 2 over 3 that I'm multiplying with that x, which equals to negative 3, negative 2 over 3x, and then negative times with a positive is equals to negative 16 over 3. Right, so that's supposed to be a negative there. And then I have here y minus 6. But I want to get my answer where y is alone. So I just take this part over to that side. So if I take it over, it becomes plus 6. And then these two you add up, and then your answer is going to be y is equals to negative 2 over 3x. If I add this, it's also going to be positive 2 over 3. This is called standard form, and this is called the linear equation. Remember, linear equation. Linear equation. So the first method is called the standard form method or the linear equation. It's going to be in the text next week. All right. I'll give you some time for the rest, and then I'm going to come back again.